Jenny.
Well, Brendan's rewriting history, as Brexiteers so often do. There was never any vote to have a clean break from Europe. The words clean break, the words no deal were never used. Every single person who led the Vote Leave campaign talked about how we have the easiest deal in human history, we'd get a fantastic free trade deal. We wouldn't even set out on our negotiations on leaving the EU until we had the outlines of a deal in place. So none of that is true. Nobody was voting at the time for a clean break. They were voting to leave the European Union, and how we would do so was totally unclear. If you look at the Google search results for no deal, there were none at the time of the referendum. It's only months later that it even starts to figure. So let's not rewrite history and say this is what people voted for. People have now been driven, principally because Theresa May spent 18 months saying no deal is better than a bad deal, and she said it so two years. She said it so frequently that people began to think, well, it must be true. It was actually only a kind of marketing slogan for her government in which she never believed. So people have now taken on the idea that actually no deal is a good idea. In fact, it's a disastrous idea which people did not vote for. And the worst thing about it is that it doesn't mean no deal. It means that on the very day after we leave the EU, if we left under no deal, we would immediately have lorries queuing, we would have shortages in the supermarkets, we'd be worrying about the regulations under which we were trading with Europe. We would be straight back to Europe to say, please, can we have talks? And the first thing they would say is, pay the divorce bill, secure EU citizens' rights and take care of the backstop. So let us not listen to Brendan's nonsense about this, being what people voted for. It is not what they voted for. And if Boris can get a deal, I think a lot of the country, in the end, would think that he had rescued the rest of the country from taking a bullet. The only problem is I have no idea how he could get a deal like this through Parliament, because so many people, a small minority in the Tory party, would share Brendan's view.